There is a version of you that existed before the internet became your primary source of information about the world. That person had opinions formed through experience, through conversations in real rooms with real people, through things they saw with their own eyes and felt with their own hands. That person is gone now. They have been replaced by someone who thinks in tweets, argues in comment sections, and has absorbed so much algorithmically curated outrage that they can no longer distinguish between what they actually believe and what the feed told them to believe today. This is not a metaphor. This is depersonalization, and it is happening to you. Depersonalization is a clinical term that describes the experience of feeling detached from your own thoughts, feelings, and body. It is the sensation of watching yourself from outside yourself, as if your life is a movie and you are a passive observer. Studies from 2022 published in the journal Frontiers in Psychology found that increased digital media use directly correlates with higher feelings of depersonalization. The more time you spend online, the less real you feel. Your consciousness is not designed to process thousands of fragments of other people's lives, opinions, and crises every single day. It simply was not built for this, and when you force it to, it begins to dissociate as a survival mechanism. Think about the last time you scrolled for 2 hours. What do you actually remember? Probably nothing coherent. Just flashes of posts, arguments, images that made you feel something for half a second before the next one replaced it. That is not memory formation. That is a trauma response. Your brain under constant, fragmented stimulation behaves similarly to a brain under acute stress. It stops encoding experiences into long-term memory because it is too busy processing the next incoming threat. You are not relaxing when you scroll. You are numbing, and numbness is the opposite of presence, and presence is the only thing that makes life feel like it is actually yours. Now let us talk about the moral dimension because this is where it gets genuinely uncomfortable. Being chronically online makes you a worse person, not in the sense of making a few bad decisions, in the sense of rewiring your moral compass until it points toward whatever generates the most engagement. The internet rewards outrage, cruelty, and snap judgments. It punishes nuance, patience, and forgiveness. If you spend enough time in that environment, you internalize its values. You start treating real people the way you treat anonymous accounts. You become quicker to condemn, slower to understand, and completely incapable of the kind of grace that real human relationships require. Consider the people in your life who use their phone too much. Actually, think about them honestly. Think about the friend who cannot sit through a dinner without checking notifications. Think about the family member who gets their entire worldview from Facebook. Think about the coworker who repeats things they read online as if they are original thoughts. Now ask yourself, are these people good to be around? Are they present when you need them? Do they listen, or do they wait for their turn to speak? Do they treat you with genuine care, or with the same performative morality they broadcast to strangers online? Most of them are probably not good people. That is a hard thing to admit, but denying it does not change the reality. The internet teaches you that morality is a performance. You post the right take, share the right fundraiser, use the right vocabulary, and you feel like you have done something good. But real morality is invisible. It is how you treat the waiter when no one is watching. It is whether you return the shopping cart. It is what you do when helping someone costs you something and gives you nothing in return. The internet cannot teach you this because the internet only knows public performance. Everything online is a stage, and if you never leave the stage, you forget that there is a world backstage where people actually live and suffer and need things from you that cannot be expressed in a post. People these days, especially on the internet, have no basic decency. They will say things to a stranger that they would never say to someone standing in front of them. They will dogpile on a person who made a mistake 5 years ago, as if human growth does not exist. They will reduce entire human beings to a single opinion, a single moment, a single word they used in a tweet. This is not morality. This is savagery disguised as righteousness. And the worst part is that the people doing it genuinely believe they are good. They have confused outrage with ethics, cruelty with justice, and the dopamine of likes with the satisfaction of having actually helped someone. Why does this happen? Because the internet strips away everything that regulates human behavior in real life. Eye contact, body language, the immediate emotional feedback of seeing someone's face when you hurt them, the natural consequences of being cruel to someone who is standing right there. Online, these regulators do not exist. You can destroy someone's day and never see their reaction. You can say the worst thing imaginable and get validation from strangers instead of shame from peers. The platform is a morality-free zone, not by design necessarily, but by the physics of the medium. When you remove consequences, you remove the thing that makes morality matter. But here is where this gets complicated, because it is not all bad, and pretending it is would be dishonest. The internet has given us things that previous generations could not have imagined. It has connected marginalized people who would have been isolated their entire lives. It has democratized knowledge, put the sum of human understanding in your pocket, and allowed movements for justice to organize at speeds that would have been impossible 30 years ago. The problem is not the tool. The problem is that we mistook the tool for a world. We tried to live inside the internet instead of using it to enhance the life we already have. And when you try to live inside something that was never meant to be a home, you start to rot. The solution is not to throw your phone in the ocean, although some days that sounds appealing. The solution is to separate what you learn from the internet from what you learn from real life. Real life is slower. It is messier. It does not give you metrics. No one claps when you do the right thing in real life. No one retweets your kindness. And that is exactly why it matters more. Morality that exists only when there is an audience is not morality. It is theater. And the people who actually improve your life, the ones who show up, who remember your birthday, who ask how you are and actually wait for the answer, those people do not learn to love you from a screen. They learn it from the terrifying, unmediated, unperformable act of being in the same room as you. Maybe it is not too late. Maybe the generation that grew up online will be the one that learns to log off. Maybe we are already seeing the backlash, the young people buying flip phones, the dinner parties where everyone stacks their devices at the door, the slow rediscovery that a conversation without notifications is genuinely better than one with them. Der Mensch ist, was ist, wrote the philosopher Feuerbach. Man is what he eats. And if your diet is nothing but algorithmically served outrage, you will become outraged. If your diet is nothing but other people's highlight reels, you will become insecure. But if your diet includes silence, boredom, eye contact, and the terrifying vulnerability of being fully present with another human, you might just become someone worth being.